in. You guys are watching the one, the only, the PTD Vlogs, day number 739. I apologize if this is a little blurry or a little laggy. My computer's being annoying, to say the very least. But what's going on, everybody in the chat? It's almost like an 80s music video, or like an early 90s music video. Like, I don't know, but maybe when you're watching this, maybe it's actually okay. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you're all having a great Friday out there. Hopefully you're making lots of money and doing your thing. And with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video on DoorDash that I posted on Pay to Drive a little earlier. Now, really, what I wanted to talk about here is, why is it that a company that could be outstanding constantly just feels that they have to cut corners? It almost seems to me, excuse me, it almost seems to me like DoorDash and Tony Xu feel like they are above the law. God, sorry, excuse me about that. Sorry. It almost seems like they feel like they're above the law because they're number one in the food gig economy industry. They feel, well, we don't have to pay taxes in certain states, and we don't have to pay drivers properly. We can just use the customers to pay the drivers for everything. You know what I mean? Like, we could do whatever we want. But the sad realization is that is so far from the truth, because the fact of the matter is the government is going to come after them eventually. And it seems like it's already starting to happen slowly and surely over here, because keep in mind, like I've said a million times in the past, DoorDash has only been around maybe the past 3 or 4 years. And in only like the past 2 years have they been at their highest point, because like I said, I started with GrubHub first in 2017. And I remember in June 2017 when I started with GrubHub, July, August, and then September, like in September, October is when DoorDash started hitting my market. And I noticed that there were a lot of Dashers all over the place. And I was like, wow, these DoorDash drivers are completely outnumbering us as GrubHub drivers, or GrubHubbers, or whatever you want to refer to us as. But with that being said, why does DoorDash feel that, like I said, because they're the biggest company, why do you think, as the driver, as the viewer, what do you think is the reason why they feel like they're above the law, that they can do whatever they want to do with no repercussions? I think it's a bunch of BS, in my opinion. I really do. Because the fact of the matter is, they're setting such a poor example for all of us. Because think about it. The average person who is not a Dasher, who is not a gig economy delivery driver, is watching the news and they see DoorDash getting sued. DoorDash is getting investigated and audited by the government for not paying sales taxes. DoorDash drivers robbing and stealing things from customers. Think of what that puts in the mind of the consumer who's maybe thinking about ordering food that night for their family or for themselves or whatever. Are they going to order from DoorDash? I don't know. Especially with all the tips and stuff, the issues with the tips, now that that's public, think about it. People, subconsciously are saying, maybe I'm going to go with the other company, or maybe I'm not going to tip the driver because if it goes to the company, well, I think that sucks. And the problem is, as we all know, that if a customer doesn't tip, and they say they're going to tip in cash, that $2-3 order is going to keep getting bounced around, rejected, until finally some sorry sap has to take it, and the order's an hour and a half late. Now the customer's pissed. They were originally going to give a $5, $10 tip now, maybe, or $3 or whatever. Now maybe they're not going to give the driver anything. So I feel like it's a trickle-down effect or a snowball effect or whatever you want to call it. But I just feel like this is a huge issue. Every time they screw up, something happens, and then it changes the consumer's mind, I could just be rambling here, but again, this is how I look at it from a YouTube creator standpoint, from a driver standpoint, and from a consumer standpoint. Like you have to think of, what would your parents think if, they saw this on the news? What would a friend or a family member think if they saw this on the news if they are not a driver themselves? You know what I mean? You got to think of that. So my question to everybody is, why do you think that DoorDash feels like they are above the law? Why do you think they feel like they can do whatever they want? That's what I want to know. Put that in the comments section, guys. And also remember, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific tonight, we will be live on Pay to Drive for the PTD Power half hour. I would love to see all of you there. I understand it's a weekend, so we're going to have less people. But if you can make it, that would be cool. And on your way out, guys, please make sure to hit that red subscribe button down below. Turn the post notification bell onto all ALL so you don't miss any future uploads. And, of course, smash the like. I'd greatly appreciate it. Comment 111 in the chat if you smashed the like, 222 if you haven't yet. And what's up to everybody in the chat? I'm sorry, I just wanted to get my my words out there, what I had to say. And that's basically it, guys. Let's see if we can go for 35 likes. And until next time, get that money, get that honey. Keep hustling, keep bustling, and we'll see you next time right here on the PTD Vlogs.